Hey guys, now that we know what a point, line, and plane are, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions and name some of them. Alright, first one says name a plane. So we should remember, hopefully, that we name a plane using three non-collinear points. So we got to pick the points that aren't in a straight line. So I couldn't pick CBE, but maybe I could pick CBD. So I would write it like this. I would say plane CBD. That's just one of a few possible answers. Maybe you want to put, that's supposed to say or. Maybe you want to put plane EBD. That's cool too. EBD. As long as they're not in a straight line and they're all on the plane, then it's good. Cool. All right, up next, name a segment. Well, remember, a segment needs to be named by its two endpoints, with a segment hat on top. So pick a segment, any segment. Let's go with, maybe you see segment BD. Yeah, it's a segment. That's not the only possible answer, though. Maybe you picked segment CB. That would work too, as long as it had the right hat on it, so I knew to stop at C and stop at B. Maybe you picked BE. Oops. Maybe you picked CE. All of those are good answers, as long as they have the endpoints and they have the right hat on them. Alright, up next we're naming a line. A line is named by 2 points, again. 2 points on the line with the right line hat. So let's pick 2 points. Let's go with CB. Even though we use CB for a segment, we could use CB for a line and just put a line hat over it. I couldn't use BD because that doesn't extend forever, but I could, pick any combination on that CB line, like CE. And that CE and that CB would be the same line, just a different name for it. Maybe I want to call it EB. That's all the same line. And you could probably think of even more names for it. Alright, up next, name 3 collinear points. Remember, collinear means on the same line. So our 3 collinear points, the only ones we could choose would be C, B, and E. C, B, and E. And remember, points are just named with a capital letter. So that's all I need. Alright, 3 non-collinear points. That means not on the same line. So we would pick those kind of like when we named a plane. We picked 3 points that weren't on the same line. So I'll pick similar ones like C, B, D again. So C, B, and D, just like when I named my plane. Alrighty. Name the intersection of a line and a segment not on the line. So the intersection of a line would be where CB intersects the segment BD. So hopefully you see their intersection there at point B. And we talked about in class how when 2 lines intersect, it makes a point. Well, same thing when a line and a segment intersect, just makes a point. And then lastly, name a pair of opposite rays. Cool, well hopefully we remember that opposite rays have to have the same, they start with the same common endpoint. Start with common endpoint. So I need one ray to go one direction from a point and another ray to go another direction from the same point. So check out point B. I've got a ray that goes through C off to forever. Oh, hit the button. Here we go. So this ray goes off to infinity from B. So we'll call that ray BC because it starts at B and goes through C. And we'll put a ray hat on it. And then go in the other direction from B. I've got a ray that starts at B, goes through point E, and off to forever from the other direction. So since it started at B, went through E, gets a ray hat. Those would be opposite rays, and it's really important to see that they both started with the same endpoint. It's also important to see that they form a, straight line. Cool. Alright guys, I hope that helped. Now you know how to name points, lines, planes, opposite rays, and all that good stuff. See ya.